Should be
train
up.
wreck. I'll let you know when I see that it's actually up that I mute my own stream. Because that would be hilarious and stupid. I did mute it. Good.
At least you know your stream was on.
Yep. All right. We are live. So, hey everyone, welcome back to another session of Sigil of Storms. Last time we brought in a new player to replace the one which we will be losing this session once we see your character out the door.
Yeah, it's pissed off.
Hi.
Fun.
Hi.
All right.
Well.
Now then, for what actually happened last time, let me move everyone over to the road map. Down in the salt mines. Yeah, down in the salt mines, the party managed to progress further, meeting the Inquisitor's aide, who basically went to fight the party from square one. Traveling further on, you discover that the Inquisitor was already dead. You managed to retrieve the item he had, as well as a sentient rapier that he had in his possession. Traveling further on, you found the aide once more, discovered that she is indeed a Drider, as I don't expect surprised any of you.
Roll for
Well, it's
hotness.
either a Drider or a demon, one of the two.
And then upon fighting her and the various fire elemental creatures which were in the furnace, you managed to defeat the fire elemental creatures, the salamander and his pets, let's go with. And she fled because she was going to be killed otherwise, and it was a smart thing for her to do. You retrieved the Sunblade, damaged as it was, but you did retrieve it. Now the party has returned to the surface with their newcomer in tow, trying to figure out what to do. So, for now, you've all just returned back to the surface. I don't recall if you've actually gotten in the apparatus yet.
I think we were
because-
clambering in.
Stated we were going to and go take a long rest, but I don't think we actually got that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's get that far because I want to see what your argument for Crayton staying is.
All right, and before we get any further, since we are on stream, I'm gonna apologize if I mute or start coughing horribly. There's nothing I can do about it.
Alright.
It's been a bad week, we know, but we're going on with the game.
I know. I'm just throwing up a warning now.
We good.
Okay.
Okay, so has the party actually gone to the apparatus yet? Open it up, revealed it to Crayton.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Shouldn't
don't
have, I don't
we
think.
had revealed it. We just mentioned that we had something.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that I remember Crayton
Yeah.
going up to the weird metal barrel thing and poking it, but we didn't
Bump,
open
bump, bump.
You can roll an investigation check if you wish, Crayton.
I'm going to investigate it. No, it's kind of it's. I take it slightly clear. It's not anything we would have developed.
Falana's gonna go over to Lily and
Well,
like,
it's
to knock him out.
it's a giant metal
11.
barrel, so it could just be natural, but you don't really see anything particularly odd about it. It's just a large sealed iron barrel. Looks pretty heavy.
I opened up Lily's character sheet instead of Falana's. I'm smart.
That's kind of gross.
I know, right?
So we
Oh, yeah.
basically.
I'm about to say who wants to? Yeah,
Go ahead.
sorry. No, you have to. No,
We
I won't.
basically said that we've got a quick way out of here for him, but we didn't really go any further than that.
Well, we're currently
we literally
on
got
camera
two
on
outside.
session, so carry on. I will move everyone to the mines map.
Thank
If it will
you.
make you carry on.
Yeah,
It
I was
ma- it-
waiting
if it was
to get
better.
to the map. All right.
I wasn't really worried about it because I'm going to move you off it real quick, and movement here doesn't matter too much.
Yes.
But I want to see the lobs.
I feel
I want to see.
accomplished.
I want to see the lobs tank.
Lily's gonna come up behind Silas and pet him and say, on the shoulder, and say,
I'm about to say on the heads.
I was joking back there when I said I could kill you. I mean, I probably could, and you were at low health, but I'm not going to. I was just kidding.
you,
Right?
you,
The
you try.
fourth
You
wall.
try it. You lose your fingers.
I'm not. I don't
Unfortunately, we
want
do
you
have
dead.
Unfortunately, Silas, we do have to gag and blindfold you due to the fact that we are going to be revealing military secrets, and we can't allow you to know what's going on.
We're
Lily,
not
And
not
as
gonna
Falana,
blindfold him.
as soon as Falana says that, you hear a voice, which you all recognize at this point is the rapier. Why would you conceal knowledge?
I don't plan to. This is just funny this way.
then why even joke about it? Simply reveal the knowledge.
Surina's just sitting there wondering what the hell is going on.
Alana, do you want to show our dear guest to
Oh.
our...
Yeah, I was about to say, Alana presses the button to uncork it, I guess you could say.
So Lana goes up, she fiddles with this hidden catch and pulls open a doorway to the back of it, and Silas is in a position where he can see into it, and he doesn't really need to know much about magic to know that this thing is a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
It's a TARDIS.
It's a tard?
No.
Like, instead of being able to fit 2 people, you could fit probably 10.
So we'll just go inside, have a look around.
Oh, he's gonna
Silently.
Surina's
Yeah,
gonna follow
inside-
as well.
Yeah, inside there's just a number of seats. Of course, the 2 pilot seats with the 10 levers arrayed in the front.
So I take it this is our way out of here?
all sticky notes on there with incorrect descriptions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, so like
sticky
basically, is it? Do the sticky notes tell me how to operate the thing?
Tell you
With
exactly
incorrect
how.
information.
Oh, fair enough. That'll be funny later on.
So this was our quick trip backwards, or back to town, or whatever.
I got what you meant.
Yeah.
And
Our
I suppose you lead the exhausted kids into it as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
we could at least, make sure their health and mental state's at least mostly stable once they're inside.
Yep.
Silas sits down. It's like at least one target dead's better than none.
Push comes
And
shove,
as
we
is-
use Druidcraft or Prestidigitation on a rock, heat it up to where, it's nice and toasty inside the apparatus.
Yeah. And at one point, like, one of the kids will speak up. Are you taking us back home?
Yes, we're going to take you back to the camp where we found you were missing from.
Yep. And the little kid that said that seems to smile, and he like closes his eyes, and checking up on him, you realize that he's just fallen asleep.
Poor thing is tired.
Lily's gonna take her bedroll out and pull it over
There's
the
a-
kid to keep him warm.
Well, yeah, I was going to say between Elana and Falana, we just have to keep stones heated. I believe Elana has Prestidigitation.
Yeah. What good mage wouldn't have it?
Exactly.
Me.
We keep the entire thing warm. You don't count. You do not count.
He's not a good mage.
Exactly.
All right, so with that done, you're gonna close up the hatch and start heading back down.
Yep.
All right.
Can we
It's probably gonna-
rest on the way or before? Or
It's
something?
gonna take you like 2 days. Like, you won't get here today. You'll get there tomorrow.
Okay.
So you're gonna have time for a long rest.
All right. Good.
Fair enough.
All right. Anything you're gonna talk about on that day-long trip?
No. Are we talking about anything?
You
So-
can.
Surina's
So
pretty
what were
much
you-
fine.
So, as unusual as it is, what was someone of your mystery doing looking for vet aid?
Just. Oh, man, give me a sec.
Yes, we know
I
you
just-
need your teeth.
No, it's actually that's cider. But I had 2 targets. One of them's dead. The other one escapes. Nothing more to that.
Target, huh?
So what are you then? An assassin, vigilante, hired sword?
Silver, is that the sword talking?
That's the sword talking.
Okay, I was about to say I was
No,
thinking-
yeah, that's the sword talking. I apologize. I need to differentiate. I'm gonna try to get a good voice for him.
Sorry, it was
One
a
of
bit
these
confusing.
days,
It was a bit
he's
confusing.
over a
for me.
chance.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be confusing for a little while because disembodied voice. So
Mm. Vigilante? Probably won't. Doesn't suit it.
are you
I-
a member of the Assassin's Guild?
Nope, not at all.
Lily, I've told you the assassins have generally one solid rule. It's the same as Fight Club. You don't talk about Assassin's Guild.
I don't know of any Fight Club.
Nor do I.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
I did not see him check the bodies like I thought most assassins do.
I just had targets. One of them's dead.
Unless he already reached one target and the other one escaped from his very eyes. There's a possibility.
You already met one of the targets.
Well, we'll probably run across her again in the future. Do you want to stick around with us until we kill it?
If you're talking about that.
If I think there's a possibility, maybe. Just let
Well,
you know.
if it's any consolation, I do plan to deal with that treacherous bitch myself.
Possibly then. Though, I might not always be seen favourable to some people.
Well, I mean, everyone seemed unfavorable at some times, right? I mean, I've been seen unfavorably before, I'm sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she tried to, sacrifice the entire town's well-being just to make one person better.
That's not really true. You seem to have a lot of misinformation.
You
Or
two,
that you're talking about yourself, I'm not sure.
and all of you seem to bicker a lot.
You have
we got
no,
one of them.
you have no idea.
However, if we didn't bicker like this, it would be a lot harder to be allies on the battlefield.
No, it would be.
Actually, I think you mean the complete opposite.
It
If you
has-
stop bickering, you'll be better allies on the battlefield.
It's hit or miss.
I like this guy. Can we keep him?
At least this way, we
He's
get all
not
of
a
our arguments out of the way before we get in there.
I'm not a pet.
Yes, the arguments that we still break out into sometimes in the middle of combat. That's a great way. That's a great way to keep us safe when we start arguing over trivial things when we're trying not to get killed.
Hey, it's worked so far.
Barely.
Work is a strong word. We haven't died too much.
We haven't died.
Yet.
We've been knocked unconscious, but we haven't died.
They were not selling this very well.
I would agree, they really are not.
No, I'm not.
You know what we would need to really help us out, though? Someone who can sneak behind the enemy line, take him out from the back. I'm not that good at sneaking.
We've noticed.
Well, if you really want to become good at sneaking, you can always
In all fairness, you shouting at her isn't going to make you a good assassin either.
put me.
Fine. I guess
I
you can
have-
use someone of my calibers. Though,
This should be a great relationship.
I warn you, if I see you do anything I deem unredeemable, but the last thing you'll see.
Unredeemable. Huh.
What does unredeemable mean in your eyes?
Take a life. Cause anyone any harm. Anything I deem to be evil.
Well, we've taken lots of lives. We just came back from taking lots of lives. That's not unredeemable, is it?
I meant innocent.
Oh, well, I'd never heard an innocent person, just bad people.
Falana's not going to say anything here. He's going to look down. Well, for now, let's just focus on getting these children back.
Yeah.
Which, mentally, they're just exhausted, correct? For not showing any signs of residual magic or anything like that that might be holding your minds back.
To the best of your knowledge, they are not. It seems like you weren't there at the time, but you can make the assumption of when the Drider left, that whatever control was over them had vanished.
You would try casting detect magic, maybe.
Yeah, it's also Falana's specialization magic for enchantment. So
Yeah, and
I
like
can
I
see
said, Falana, to the best of your knowledge, there is nothing there.
all right, so they should be good. They just probably need to at least be fixed from malnutrition due to lack of proper eating or something.
By the way,
Get some rest.
we had a couple of interesting books that we found. Could I borrow that one about the exercises? I mean, I'm not a big reader, but it's a 2-day walk or drive, I guess, and it's gonna get boring.
Yeah, sure. I have no problem with it.
So Lily's going to be reading as much as she can.
Keep track of how many hours you've read.
8 hours a
What,
day?
takes 8 hours.
Keep track of how many hours you've read is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Refresh my memory. How long does that take?
You'll find out when you get it done.
Okay.
Keep track of how many
Oh,
hours
yeah,
you've read.
That's right. It goes off the bonus.
All right then. So with that travel as it is, you eventually come up to where you know the camp last was, and to your luck, from what it appears, everything is still in place. You do see the light smoke from a secluded campfire and everything else.
All right,
So,
Elana, you're with me. We're going to take the kids out. Everyone else can wait here.
why
Alrighty.
would you have them wait there? Why not bring them in so that they can see the town or the camp as it may be? It isn't much, but surely they'd have something to offer everyone else.
Because
We
Falana
don't-
decided to tell them all that we were the only two.
We don't know their disposition, and I'm trying to ensure the safety of everyone here.
In other words, she's a
Yes,
liar.
well,
Yes.
another issue though, with these kids here, they would be able to tell. Are you seriously intending to conceal more knowledge?
Not particularly. It's not in my interest. I have no. Wait, hold on.
But
I see what Silver's.
that's exactly what you're doing, though. You're concealing knowledge.
I'm concealing what could be saving lives.
I'm
If you
starting to
bring
like
me-
this sword. Can you become a great sword?
So
No, I am merely but a rapier.
It needs
Oh.
more knowledge.
fine. We can bring this. Let's not take the apparatus in at least. We don't need to scare
Hey.
innocent people.
If
They've
you
Didn't we bring it through last time?
No,
Yeah,
we did.
yes,
did?
We did.
yes.
You took it right through town.
Yeah, you took it
Well,
right
I
through the camp.
honestly forgot about that.
If you insist on continuing in your lies, perhaps you could just say that you found us in that place.
Or we can say that we didn't quite trust them yet and didn't want to cause any fuss.
Yeah,
So now,
Just be honest in that one. I honestly didn't know if we could trust you.
You said this was after a couple days of rest,
This has been like you had one day of rest.
Okay. so we had a long
So
day.
it's like the next day, probably noonish when you get here.
Children are more alert, responding properly to questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you know, Silver, I had given. Oh wait, I have coffee, not a bedroll. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, so you're approaching the camp. You're taking the apparatus in.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You're approaching in from the right. And once again,
From the right. Give me a moment.
yes, because you came in from the north this time. You came in from the south previously.
Let me just get situated so I'm actually in position. All right, I'm gonna lead the kids out.
All right, so you're gonna get out with the kids, and as you all pull up there, and you see your token layer. Anyone else getting out with her?
I stealth out.
You're not really gonna stealth out.
It's an
If you
open
don't
area.
Yeah, it's an open area. There are people watching the hatch.
Well, fine. I'm gonna stay in then.
I'm staying in.
Lily will help the kids out and basically just stay at the edge of the door.
All right, so Lily, I'm just gonna have you out anyway. You can
Hi.
just stay here at the door.
I think Serena's going to come out simply because she doesn't want to be doesn't want Falana to be the only one out there speaking to these people.
Also, you can throw your health back up to full if you wish for Serena.
Sure.
And as more people get out, You can kind of see the scout that you've seen previously, the one who seemed to be handling things for the most part. She kind of just nods knowingly and mutters something under her breath. And
Are these all the missing children?
the leader will step forward. I think he said it was like an elf or a half elf. I don't think he said he was human. He'll step forward and he'll kind of nod. Yes, those are all the children. Come quickly. We'll rest. It's good to see you all back. And the children kind of nod and rush out to what you can assume to be either mothers, siblings, adoptive family, what have you. It's really hard to tell overall, especially considering one of the, I think it was the elf, runs to the half-orc.
It's a nomadic camp. They're most likely treated as a community instead of families.
Right.
Nothing major.
Or just a giant.
And
family.
at this point, the scout will kind of step forward. Why didn't you tell us how many were with you?
Because at the time I wasn't sure on your disposition towards this group, and I was trying to ensure the safety of everyone.
Sadly,
sure
my
you can
friend is not a
understand that.
very trustful person.
If our disposition had been bad, it would have been easier to just take 2 of you.
This is true, but the others would have made it.
They would not have escaped my... They would not have escaped my sight, especially not in that contraption.
This is a possibility. However, it was still greater than needless bloodshed.
I apologize for the deception. I didn't believe it was necessary, but I was not given the luxury of giving my opinion.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion. There we go.
Purr.
Right.
Damn.
The scout will nod, and her kind of harsh expression will soften a little bit. Yes, this area is harsh enough as it is. And then and the leader will step forward again. Well, you've brought back those that were kidnapped. The least we can offer you is a proper night's rest with food, and I believe we have something else that we could offer you. And you'll kind of turn to the scout, and she'll nod, and she'll kind of go disappear into one of the tents to find something.
Well, food and place to stay will be enough. We don't require anything.
Surina will agree with that.
Are you guys okay here? It seems like a rather cold place to be.
It's a harsh land, but there are harsher. Besides, we've been here for quite a while, and with these newcomers that we have found here and there, it's been much easier to survive now than it has been in decades past.
Are you happy, or would you want to, I don't know, live in a town?
We are mostly refugees and survivors up here. We are accustomed to this life. And I'll kind of glance around. To be honest, I don't think any of us could make do in a town anymore.
There's nothing wrong with this way of life either. It is something a lot of people seek.
Nothing wrong with it until you die of frostbite.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. They're well prepared for it.
Yeah, you can tell just looking the group over that they are well prepared for the cold, by far.
Thank you for your hospitality. I wouldn't wish to take any food from you. We have plenty of rations on our own.
I do have maybe a couple of questions regarding the time when those children were kidnapped. Only because we found out what kidnapped them.
And the scout will kind of come back out at this point. What was it then?
A drider.
And she'll kind of give a knowing nod. I see. I would not have expected to see one on the surface. But looking around, the party has not seen proper daylight since they've got up here. There has been a heavy overcast cloud, so it's not that surprising that one has been on the surface because they haven't had to deal with the sunlight.
There were several dark elves as well.
Hmm.
Or at least one. I can't remember if there are more. Sorry.
That one also said he swore down the demon, Spider Queen.
Oh, right, there were two. There were two dark elves.
He said spider demon, I think. I don't think he said queen.
I forgot
the
exactly.
queen is Loth, and swearing down Loth as a drow is a sure recipe to be killed.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, a lot of male drow actually swear that off, so it is common there.
True. All right. So, Scout kind of nod. Her hands are empty since you have declined any reward.
Perhaps if you tell us what the reward was, we could purchase it from you.
Oh.
And the leader will kind of shake his head. Purchase. Actual gold doesn't have much purpose up here. It would be a trade at best.
Supply trade, then.
Well, what was it that you were offering?
And the scout will kind of sigh, and she'll go back into the tent.
Really?
And you can hear her muttering the entire time.
Surina's going to go up and gently taps Lily on the forehead. Perhaps you should have asked a little bit sooner.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't have declined it. Perhaps we could have done the trade after they brought it out. Crazy people.
You're all so hilarious. And the leader kind of just shakes his head at this part. He knows how frustrated she is. I must apologize for it. She is very blunt in her actions. I think she's also used to people listening to what she says.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of us like that.
I mean, all of us.
Right, so Lily's just waiting for her to come back with the item.
Yeah. And she'll eventually return, and I didn't actually pick out what the item was going to be. I apologize. She'll eventually return, and in her hand she has a set of boots, and she'll kind of set them out. These boots we did not really have much of. We are all prepared otherwise with several items. These are a spare that we have not expected to need. And as you look over the group assembled, you realize that they actually have a wide assortment of items, magical and otherwise. And the boot she's setting out looks to be a fur-trimmed set of boots with cleats on the bottom.
I have a guess of what.
And you can recognize that a few other people in the group are already wearing these scout included.
Even I know what that is.
Well, ladies, and is there anything here that looks like we might want? Should we trade for it?
Do we have anything that would be of worth value for them?
Yeah, that'd be the bigger question.
Lily pulls out her mossy maul, looks at it a little bit sadly, thinking about great times.
Surina's going to stop her immediately. That's not something we can trade.
First of all, that was given to us by a dryad.
And it would be better if it stayed in nature,
of forest.
Would it not?
It would be better if it got returned to dryad in the forest. This area is a symbol of the champion of that forest.
Yeah.
Do not piss off a fae.
I'm never going to understand you.
Do not piss off a fae. It will ruin your life.
At the very least, you could not use a gift to get another gift.
Well, evidently my partners do not wish to trade.
We do wish to trade. We do not wish to trade that particular thing.
We do have a cold resistance potion.
The potion's in.
Not sure if that
And we
would
kind of
be...
shake their head. If you're intending to trade, that would seem not to be the fairest of trades, especially because we have little use for something so temporary.
Yes, that's only one item that we have. I'm just looking through.
We have the
She's
lantern of
rummaging
fire.
about.
Trade. It would simplify setting fires up here.
Oh, the Lantern of Perpetual Fire.
Yeah.
Are you going to offer that?
Wait, do we know what the boots are? I must have missed it if we did.
Boot to the Winterland.
Essentially, if you would have asked for an explanation, I'll go over that as well. The boots, they allow you to deal with cold damage better. You don't have to worry about the icy or snowy terrain, and you can work in very cold temperatures with no concern whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we've got several pieces of armor and weaponries that we've picked up from.
I would
enemies.
offer the lantern of perpetual flame. We have stuff. We don't really need it because at least Elana will still have the light cantrip, and that would be the most thing that we would need it for.
Not to mention, pretty much everyone in this party can set things on fire, so we kind of.
So you're going to offer up the lantern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The leader will step forward to take a look at it and kind of look it over. This is a fine lantern. What does it do?